Hello and welcome once again to another day in the life of Demi Grinder. Demi Grinder obviously being me. And I was just playing Apex Legends, the big hype game that's going on right now. I gotta be honest, I love the game. I think it's really fun. It's fresh in the Battle Royale scene. It's the first Battle Royale game that I actually play and enjoy and have fun with it. So I'm actually, I'm enjoying it quite a lot. But it also brought this thought to my head, which is something that, it's pretty obvious that they were trying to do something like this, but when you try to make squads, or when you try to make a team-based game, it's not gonna happen. It's really sad to think about it, and to even say it's even sadder, but like Overwatch tried it, and it doesn't happen. I mean, if you have friends, if you have people who have the exact same objective, people who care about each other like friends, and I'm not saying like every person you find out on the internet or every person you know on the internet or whatever, even if you play games with them for like years or something, that you are necessarily like friends with the same objectives. Maybe one person wants to win, the other person wants to just practice and whatnot, which is my case. I'm a very competitive person, have been very competitive ever since I was born, ever since I can remember. I would write essays and I would try to be the first one to end it and also have it done nicely. But here's the thing, I was playing Apex with friends and one of them just wants to win, so he plays very defensively. I said, hey, I just want to practice. I want to be able to not panic during gunfights and whatnot. But you know what? Actually, one with the other kind of complements. It's complementary. So, anyways, it's really sad. Overwatch tried to do this, and it never happened. It happens again if you have friends, if you have people with the same goals. It happens that you have team play, but overall, let's face it, it does not happen whatsoever. You get into a random game solo and you don't get team play. You might, but the most god damn it, I cannot speak today. What the hell's going on? More often than not, it's not going to happen. Okay? It's just not going to happen. And in Apex, I just see the exact same thing. Every time I'm going solo with randoms, it's just there's no team play. People rush in by themselves. They either, when there's a party of two and you're the random solo, they don't play with you. They only play to each other. Guys, listen, I had like 3 or 4 games by now when I'm completely like, I need healing like pronto. Right? I'm like 30% HP. And these guys don't have the decency of going like, oh, he's 30% HP. Maybe we heal him up, and that's another guy that we have shooting at our enemies and possibly allowing us to win. No! See, this is the problem. People don't think other than themselves. People don't think about others. People don't care about others. It's the comfortability of being in front of a computer, in the comfortability of your home, and not having to deal with people after the games that makes people this way. We're becoming very automatic, very robotic, a lot like this. And this is, you might think that this is just in video games, but the problem with this whole thing, and the reason why I'm doing this podcast talking about this, is because this is not just going to be in video games. This is something that's not going to stick to just video games. This is going to transcend into real life. Actually, it already has. How many times do you see people in the middle of the street? Issues, problems that happen in the middle of the street, and you see this motherfucker with their phones filming instead of helping. Nowadays, we care more about filming and getting the viral videos on the internet rather than helping people. We care more about numbers, statistics, than helping the next one to maybe they're injured, maybe they really need help, maybe there's something going on, maybe it's a very depressed person who goes outside trying to get attention through some stupid manner. And we paying attention to them, we could be helping them with that. Have a conversation with it. But no, you know what? This guy is doing crazy shit. He's being funny and it's being like ludicrous. So I'm going to be filming this shit so that I can post it on Instagram. I can post it on Facebook. I can post it on YouTube. And then I get a bunch of views. And then I'm super cool and shit. You're not cool. All right? I'm going to tell you a very, very harsh truth right now. Having millions of views on your video makes you just as irrelevant as everyone else on the internet. All right? You are literally irrelevant. Your existence is absolutely futile. You don't matter. The moment you are born and the moment you die is the exact same thing. Okay? You are born and then you live your life. And your life, not life, you live your life and then you die, and it's the exact same thing. And the quicker you realize this, the better. I already realized that I don't matter to anyone. I matter to my family, but that's it, right? I'm not relevant. My relevancy is irrelevant. But I mean, it's a harsh truth, okay? But it's the truth nonetheless. And I mean, in long term, I'm sure you'll appreciate me for saying this right now. But the thing is, we are very robotic and we are very automatic at this point in our lives. And it's sad to see this in video games, and it's sad to see that this happens in real life as well. It's sad to see that you go into a video game supposed to be fun, and you are supposed to have teams and team play and whatnot, and all you see is these guys and these people just acting completely individualistic and not caring about the team, not doing team play. And it's like, like the people see, a funny thing that happened in Overwatch and also happens here is like people say hello through their microphones or they say something, but then they just stop talking. It's like so many games in Overwatch, I cannot count them, but so many competitive games in Overwatch. I would get into the match, and then we would have the hero select screen, and then somebody would have a conversation. They would literally have a conversation throughout the hero select screen, right? And then throughout the game, nobody talks. So when it's like, dude, we're playing a video game. I mean, it's completely fine. You can have your little socialization there. Okay, you can socialize all you want. But, I mean, you're supposed to talk now. We're playing the game. Like, call out stuff. Call who you're shooting at. Call who you're attacking. So that we can focus targets, okay, and win the game. All right? Call flanks. Call out something. I mean, you were having a conversation just a few seconds ago. Why are you not talking now that it matters? So the exact same thing happens in Apex. And, it's just a pattern at this point. It's just a standardized pattern at this point. That's why I'm talking about this. Because I thought Apex was going to be different. I thought Battle Royale was going to be a different thing than Overwatch. I never really got into the Battle Royale until this game. I really mean that. I played Overwatch since it came out, and I've been playing other games, of course, like Rocket League and GTA 5, doing some roleplay and whatnot. But it's like I've been really focusing on Overwatch, but Overwatch is not fun for me anymore. It literally is not, right? It's just... I can't have fun with that game anymore. I get into the game, even if I win, I can't have fun. It's just the dumbest thing ever. They need to do something about that game. But the point is, it happened in Overwatch, it happens in Apex, it happened in Rocket League, it happens everywhere. People don't care about each other anymore. I still remember playing video games where Well, to be honest, we were all kind of next to each other and stuff. It wasn't really the internet, but I don't know, man. I don't know where exactly. Tell me in the comments wherever. Like you can go on my Twitter. I changed the Twitter handle, by the way. It's Grinder's Verdict now. Just exactly as the name of the podcast is. But tell me, what do you think the future will be like, considering what we have right now? Considering this whole deal of like individualistic attitudes and performances and stuff like that, where we don't really have like people don't care about each other anymore. Tell me, what do you think about the future for us as humanity? What exactly is going to happen? Like, are we going to have more connections? Is there going to be a phenomenon that's going to happen or something? Is Elon Musk going to bring over something that's going to connect us all even more and make us care about each other? Or are we just going to become more and more and more and more robotic, and we're just going to, sort of like not care about each other ever again? Not, I'm quoting the ever again, of course, but, because I feel like just because we're on the internet, just because we can't see each other, doesn't mean we can't care about each other, right? Doesn't mean we have to, just disrespect each other or just completely disregard each other, which in my opinion is also disrespecting. If I'm playing a video game with you and I don't know you from anywhere and I completely disregard you, or vice versa, that's very disrespectful because you are not acknowledging my existence, and that's very hurtful and that's very disrespectful in my opinion. So anyways, guys, go on my Twitter, tweet me, and tell me what do you think the future is for humanity in terms of like the internet usage and all that. I don't know. I feel like we're very disconnected from each other despite being so connected to everything and everyone. And yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for listening. I just said guys like 100 times. I have to stop that. There's one for me to improve. Stop saying words or stop repeating myself so much. Anyways, okay. Thank you guys very much for listening. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.